Councilmember Sullivan has the floor.
Okay, item 19 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
20 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed,
No.
item carries. Councilmember Brown voting no.
21 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed,
No.
item carries. Councilmember Brown voting no.
22 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries. Councilmember Brown voting no.
23 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed, item carries.
27 is an ordinance.
Discussion. Councilmember Sullivan.
Thank you, Mayor. Department of Neighborhoods, of course, does a great job with the resources they have. I want to compliment Katie Tipton for cooperation she's given me and other council members around the city. As I drive around various council districts, including mine, almost every district has dumping and debris. It's a pervasive problem. It just doesn't seem to go away. So I'm glad to see the administration not just focus on tearing down vacant dwellings that have been through the process, but also putting some money back in weed mowing and debris removal, because it is a very large problem. I'm going to actually discuss that on item 47 as well. But this is a good item, and I'm glad to see it move forward.
Thank you. Councilmember Adams.
Thank you, Mayor. And also, I just want to salute Department of Neighborhoods with the leadership of Director Tipton for coming up with ways to help the constituents in various communities to be able to tackle these weeds and debris, as well as tile removal. This is a $5 million contract, and so as we move forward on this, we'll look at the breakdown and how we're going to do this. As we know that this $5 million may not be able to cover the whole city within the next 3 years, but we're hoping we'll be able to de-litter and cut some of our lots. So, and my understanding is this will pass today, but Director Tipton already have a plan of the breakdown on how it's going to be done throughout the city of Houston, and I think they've been in communication with Councilmember Rodriguez on possibly bringing this to committee in the next several weeks, just discuss this. So I'm asking my colleagues to please, as we move forward, to please support this item. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Green.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, I too have been in conversation with Director Tipton and others from the Department of Neighborhoods, and it concerns me that we move forward with this item, and there's not a process, if you will. I do understand that currently the process is 311. However, the equity and the cutting of lots that we have cost the city, and when you look on how it's being, the dollars are being appropriated, I think begs lots of attention. And so they have assured me that they will go back and look at that process and system, and it just can't be a 311 situation. If you had a neighborhood in one part of town that called in 311 for any other neighborhood about weeded lots, or and since you only have a finite amount of dollars, then the whole annual budget on the cutting of lots would only occur in one part of town. And so we just have to make sure that whatever process we come up with, that's equitable to the entire city. So I'm not going to tag this out. I'm going to move this forward because I've been assured that that process will be vetted out prior to moving forward. But I just wanted to make sure we understood that and that it's been put on the record.
Councilmember Pennington.
Thank you very much, Mayor. This may be a little bit off the subject, but it's a public health issue. You heard the Charnwood people testify last week that water collects in their streets and they think it may be unsanitary. There were another group that came into my office after that and complained of the same kind of thing, basically as a result of the asphalt overlays. I think that's messed up the grade. We have very gentle grade for drainage. And I just wonder if we could talk to Public Works or the Department of Neighborhoods to consult with, I know there is there's 2 neighborhoods like that, to get services, to get some street cleaning, to remove the water when it looks like, at least when it looks like it may be hazardous. So I'd love to have a discussion about whether the city is able to do that. I think it would be very beneficial and make a number of residents very happy. Hopefully it would be very expensive.
You've gone rather afield from a mowing contract, but I will say that you referenced 2 different issues. One is street ponding, and the issue in Charnwood was whether there was actually sewage outfall from broken pipes, and Public Works is addressing that. We always make that a priority under any circumstances in any neighborhood when there's possible contamination, but ponding is a different issue, requires different discussion. Councilmember Davis.
I just want to say, the residents of District B, thank you Council for approving this item. Been a long time coming.
And Councilmember Davis, thank you for your continuing efforts on illegal dumping, and look forward to that final product. Councilmember Burks.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, I have a question for you. At a meeting last night, I attended a City Club meeting. I was told by one resident here in Houston that they were trying to clean up, one of the citizens has a tractor, and they were trying to clean up some tires, move some tires over that was in a ditch, as well as cut a weeded block across the street from his home. As he pulled out of the driveway in his tractor, which he uses on his farm, police officer stopped him and told him that the next time he see him on the streets with a tractor without a license and without registration, proper registration, that he would give him a ticket. He told him what he was trying to do as a citizen and trying to keep his neighborhood clean. I'm happy to see this come up before us today. But here a citizen was trying to do something good for the city and for the neighborhood and cleaning up, and was stopped by one of our officers. Is that the correct thing to do? What would you advise me?
Could we have a conversation offline, since it's not germane to this mowing contract? But let me just say that we never advise a police officer not to enforce the law. My suggestion to that citizen would be to work with the neighborhood association and their local patrol on a neighborhood consensus about how to address those, and perhaps we can work through it.
I'm happy you answered it that way, because that's the way I wrote down that you would answer.
Didn't disappoint, but happy to have a conversation about that.
Thank you.
We have no other council members in the queue for item 27. Moving to a vote favoring, opposed, item carries.